Hello, it's like in here show you the Dora the Explorer photo calendar, and then part 9 coloring here, as you see is so far as for the battery life, is that it's like what you call is the the step for part 9 is that working with is for the pen here is to draw what you call the crosshairs. So you draw the crosshairs, and then from this step right here, it talks about it's like so far as kind of like with the plus and minus sign for positive and negative is to draw to where the battery the battery compartment, either the battery pack or the battery compartment. Both batteries will go into the compartment as like either up and down or horizontal type position, and a lot of times is that they go in there in the proper position, and a lot of times is that whenever they are inserted, that you would see it goes in there at about that angle, and then a lot of times, which I think it's that most cameras, a few of them I have, that the positive will go at about right there, and then negative, for the minus, will go at about the bottom slot. It's like if you look at the camera, depending on the kind you have, look at the the part where the batteries go in there, and then some cameras may have a battery compartment that has a battery pack where it just slides on. It just clips on. There's like a little socket on the inside of the camera to where it just clips on. After it's charged, between maybe between 6 to 8 hours, or maybe within 45 minutes to an hour, something like that. But so far as for the battery pack, is that you would put on here is like 1 to 3 hours. But most of those cameras is like maybe that would probably prefer is to like maybe a camcorder or something like that, depending on whatever type of a camera it is. But so far as for the battery pack, is that you have it to where the calendar right here is that 12 months out of a year, and plus the seconds and the hours and then the minutes. It's like you so far as for that perfect battery charge is that so far as to test the batteries, to test the batteries. And it's possible that if you were to get a battery tester, a lot of times it may be recommended at least 8 times a month, 8 times a month, and to test your batteries about how good they are. And then a lot of times is that the battery packs, the batteries themselves would show, like if you kind of know what I mean, is that they would show that type of symbol right there, with one side clear and the other side is still full of fluid. It's like it still has its charge after about a couple of hours or a couple of minutes, depending on how long it's been on a charge for, that it would still have part of its charge, and then it's still working until it needs to be recharged. But so far as for the battery life, and then for Dora the Explorer photo calendar, it's like for the 12 months out of a year, it's like so far out of a year is about compared to how many times that you maybe that you would change your batteries or to recharge your batteries. More or less, I would probably say at least 230 times a year. 230 times a year, and then it's possible that mark that for for the calendar about how much, between how much you will be paying for the disposable batteries to the rechargeable batteries, and along with the battery life of the camera and Dora the Explorer and Photo Calendar 9.